Anyway, here we are. It's another grey day in the World Asylum, and I'm out here making my Deadman walking blog. Now, in calling the blog Deadman Walking, I do not want to infer anything chauvinistic, and it merely is a convenient title for this, I guess, because I spend a lot of time walking with Pixie. She's been very patient sitting at my feet at the moment, and if we're really entirely honest, from the moment we leave the womb, we are all dead men or women walking or crawling or toddling or whatever we do when we start. Anyway, we're out at the reservoirs. It's a really pretty grey day, not much to see. But I used to come here a lot with Tashi. I'm going to try sort of filming as I walk with this. I have no idea in the end what will come out, but it's quite good because we can get people to look at, isn't it, quite a crazy way. But hi there. And it's crazy, in this age, people just tend to accept the fact that we go about speaking to ourselves. And when you live on your own, as I do, well, you know, it's a kind of inevitable thing that you're going to spend a lot of time speaking to yourself or speaking to Pixie. So let's just pan around, see where we are. We're going to walk right around the path that walks around the whole reservoir. So why am I doing this and subjecting you all to the ongoing diatribe and disjointed thoughts of my conditioned mind? Well, I guess, do we need to have a reason? I'm doing it primarily, really, I suppose, to amuse myself and keep a record, you know, of where my mind wanders to every day. I mean, although I do my spiritual practice every day and try to integrate that with my everyday life, there are times when my mind happily wanders off into a completely illusory world of imaginings, and then I'll suddenly wonder, where have you been, big boy? Who are you? Where are you going? What on earth were you doing? Having thought about it, I also have to consider the fact that absolutely nobody will watch this blog in reality. I think really most of us, if we're honest, are not scared of dying. We're scared of how we might die. And there's wee Pixie, my loyal companion in this blog. Of course, she's pretty camera shy and isn't interested in being on the blog, are you, Pixie? Turning your back on me, eh? It's rather a busy time walking around here, and people obviously think, who's the madman talking to his camera? I better not lose Pixie. Come on, Pixie girl. Yeah, lots of people to meet today, Pixie, eh? We're about halfway around the walk now, and I guess I should maybe mention a bit about my heart condition. About 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with a condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, HCM for short. At first I was in a fair bit of denial about this because I was still at that time able to climb mountains with relative ease, so I thought, this is no big deal, nothing to worry about here. But 10 years on, you know, you can't be in denial about it when you no longer have third or fourth gears as far as walking goes, and that you are regularly passed by old age pensioners, although I'm not far from being an old age pensioner myself. I was talking about what expectations I might have in the future. I don't really have expectations of the future the way I once did. I am only too aware that most of my life has already been lived, and I've probably achieved most of the significant things I'm going to achieve. I still need to do things as an artist, obviously, because that what defines and gives meaning to my life. But really, a lot of it, my Dzogchen practice, is now about giving up attachments. And I'm not talking necessarily about love attachments, as I don't have any other than my beautiful little dog Pixie. I'm talking about attachments to having things and being part of the material world. Most people walk about, they are possessed by their possessions and are scared, you know, of accepting that it is illusory to live in the world we live in. Very spring-like today, and we are still in February, but apparently it's going to be possibly the warmest February on record this weekend in Scotland. So of course that's nothing to do with global warming, you know, according to Mr. Trump that doesn't exist. But even though we're still very much on the edge of the great city of Glasgow here, it's just nice. The air is much fresher, although there's the constant air pollution of noise from airplanes. You can still hear the birds singing, and very pleasant. We're nearing the end of our walk now. Pixie is most definitely going to need to be put in the bath. Something she will not be at all happy about. We've even got the sun trying to come out now, and a dog yelping in the distance. So it's not far back to the car. I'll probably spend a lazy afternoon reading. One of the books I'm reading at the moment is David Lynch's Room to Dream, which is a kind of a autobiography, I guess you would say, of covering most of his art and film work. And I had got it previously free as an Audible book, and I listened to the 14 hours of it on Audible, and I enjoyed it because it was a lot of it was Lynch himself speaking about his life, and I found that very interesting and strange. David Lynch is quite a, by all accounts, lovely man, very warm, and very few people have anything bad to say about him. But he's kind of quite peculiar in ways as well. And what I found interesting is we share a lot of peculiarities. I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing. Anyway, I remember the last time I was here with Pixie, she didn't really enjoy it, but today she's I think we've been going at quite a slow pace, and I think she quite likes the opportunity to explore. The last time I was up here with Tashi was a day of rainbows. We must have we saw dozens of different rainbows in our walk around the reservoirs. I'm just going to take a moment now just to still my mind, and we'll do the Lame Melchior, this is called. Yesodeva Shempo Fudrangdu Drinchen Sawe Lama La Sovatep Sange Sensu Tomparen Pushe Rango Rangisha Pajanjilo. Oh.